Hello and welcome. My name is Natalie Schlute. I'm your intuitive success coach, and I'm here today to talk to you all about business and intuition. If you are an entrepreneur, you're thinking of starting your own business, or you want to elevate in your career, right? Like maybe you're not an entrepreneur, but you want to take the next steps towards getting a promotion, getting a better job, like you have your vision of what you want to create in your life, then I'm here to talk to you all about how you can start using your intuition to improve your career, your business as well, because it's so important. We're going to be talking about how to marry both the right side of the brain, which is our intuitive side, and then the left side of the brain, which is that logical side, because we really need both. I think they're both so important to have a business or a career or be an entrepreneur. If we are only following our intuition, but we're not using that logical side of our brain as well, then sometimes we get kind of flighty, like we just want everything to feel good. But I think it's so important to be in the logical side of your mind as well. And so we're going to talk about how to bring both of those together. We're also going to be talking about how to find your intuition, what it feels like, and then the things, the fears, the thoughts, beliefs that might actually be holding you back from moving forward and actually creating the success that you desire, like manifesting that beautiful business with all that financial abundance. And so we're going to be getting into a little bit of that today too. So we have a lot to cover, and I'm so excited. If you love anything that has to do with law of attraction, mindset, and intuition, be sure to subscribe and also hit that bell so that you get notified every time I have a new episode for you. So step one in following your intuition when it comes to business and business decisions in general is we need to collect information. So important and so simple. You don't know what you don't know. So if you're thinking about making a business decision, maybe you're deciding between a couple things and you're having a hard time figuring it out, or you're just new and you're trying to figure out what you want your business to be. Do your research. You actually have to research and figure out what kind of industry do you want to be in, or what are all the next steps that might lead me towards creating more success in my current business. We need to do some research. That's going to be things like taking courses online, doing seminars, having a mentor or a coach, someone who is teaching you and guiding you, doing your research, looking at what other people are doing in your industry or other industries. It's really important if you're going to have your own business, you have to understand marketing and copywriting and, all the back end stuff too. You don't have to run it all and do it all yourself, but it is important to know the basics of a lot of different areas of your business. That way, as you start to hire other people and, get them to help run your business, now at least you know how to manage them. Right? It is your business, it's your baby, it's your vision, your passion, your dream, and your mission to create whatever you're creating. And therefore, it's important to understand and know all facets of that business. Now, once you have already done that work and you're collecting information, now we can start moving towards how do you make decisions. Often people get into the logical side of their mind where it's just checklists and a lot of pro and cons, and that's a good place to start. We want to logically pull in, right, all of that information so that we have something to choose from, so that we're being smart and level-headed about the decisions that we're making. But then we need to take the next step, which is number 2. It is asking your intuition what is the best thing to do. As you ask your intuition, you're just going to open yourself up, and instead of getting into the logical thinking mind, we're going to slow that part of the brain down, and you're actually going to focus more on how you feel. What's going on inside of you? What does a yes feel like, and what does a no feel like? That's number 3. In order to follow your intuition, you must know what is a yes for you and what is a no for you. This is where a lot of people that are very logical and very business minded get a little bit stuck, because to them everything is, bottom line numbers and stats. But in reality, the numbers work for some people and the numbers don't work for others. We need to have that part of our business, otherwise there's no way to scale and grow. And, we need to check all of that stuff. That's so essential. But when it comes to actually making the decision, you're making, a big decision about which marketing company to go with, or what's the next project going to be. Is it moving towards seminars or writing a book or creating another online course? having a coaching program or a mastermind, whatever your business looks like, or maybe it's a new product, you have lots of products or services, other kind of services. Whatever you're doing to expand your business next, look at all your options logically, right? Like lay everything out on the table in your mind, or literally on a table, and then intuitively, what feels right? What actually creates this upward surge of energy that's like, yes, this gets me excited. I feel passionate about this. This feels good. And then which of your options feels like this downward energy? Does it feel heavy and overwhelming? And does it feel like you have a sinking, pit in your stomach? Or, yeah, I want to do it eventually, but it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel good. That's how you can start to decipher what is intuition telling you a yes. It's all based off of feeling, not the thoughts. We need to slow down those thoughts a bit, but it's about what we're really experiencing. And for some people, intuition comes in a variety of ways. We can all experience the instant shift in our emotions. That's a very clear way, but some people also, they might hear the answer. But be careful, because I don't want you to be thinking and analyzing and then feel like you hear the answer. That's just your ego. If it comes out of a quiet space in your mind and then you hear an answer, and it's subtle and it's short and it's repetitive, it's not this ongoing, this is why you should do it in A, B, and C, and all the numbers lead to this and everything supports it analytically. That's not your intuition if it goes down that road of, pinpointing and analyzing and rationalizing and the logic. Your intuition is often not logical. It comes from a space of energy. It comes from a space of this inner knowing and understanding of what truly does feel right for you. You might also receive a visual impression, like you actually see yourself writing that book, and that's the next thing for you to do. Some people, they'll experience more physical sensation, goosebumps on their arms, or just a sensation of like cold or hot running through their body. And so just notice all these little subtle shifts that happen within you as you're making these decisions, and learn what is a yes for you and what is a no for you. It shows up very similar for most of us, but everyone's going to be slightly different. And then number 4 in this process is to be aware of your limiting beliefs, your thoughts, and your fears, because you might be avoiding something. And because there's some sort of fear, right? Maybe intuitively the next right step for you is to write that book, but you might have some fears around exposing yourself and being vulnerable. And so you may not feel super comfortable writing your whole life story in a book so that people understand where you're coming from. And so even though that may actually be the next right step, you might have a fear that surfaces when you look at that next project out of the list of all these other projects. You might be experiencing a little bit of resistance, even though that's the correct next step for you. It's actually most in alignment with you. Sometimes fear comes up. It just does. Anytime we're expanding and up-leveling and doing new things, there's always going to be some resistance. So when it comes to following your intuition, just know it's not all sunshine and roses and flowers and butterflies everywhere. That's not how intuition always feels. The next right step should feel like, this feels right. It's okay if it feels exciting, kind of, oh my goodness, I'm a little scared, I'm a little fearful, like this feels like the right thing, but oh my gosh, this is gonna be like jumping off a cliff in a good way, but a scary way. That's okay. Like that actually is your intuition telling you you're gonna get outside your comfort zone and this is important. It's very different than a sinking feeling of like, I don't like the way this feels. It feels like the wrong decision. There's like an energy that draws down, or at least that's how I experience it. I'm a very physical sensation kind of person. So I feel, drops of energy in my body, and I feel big surges upward when it's a yes and a big surge downward when it's a no. So for me, if it was something that is truly coming from a place of, no, you shouldn't do that, it should feel like maybe, but it's just not right now. It's almost like a dull sensation instead of excitement. Typically, you won't experience the excitement if it's something that just doesn't resonate with you and isn't really the right path right now. So that's just a little bit of insight, but I want you to play around with what you feel, because that's really the most important thing. It's about you getting in touch with your own energetic system, getting in touch with your own sensation shifts, your own emotion shifts, so that you know what your intuition feels like for you. I can explain it all day long and give you all these signs and symptoms and ABC, but it's really something that needs to be experienced for yourself. And the only way to experience it key is you already are experiencing it. The only way to notice it is if you pay attention. Just start becoming aware of what's going on within your body, within your emotions, and you have all the tools within you already. If you just start noticing, it's there. You've already got it within you. I would love for you to take a few moments to comment in the description below. Give me some comments about some fears or things that might be coming up for you, some worries, some doubts around your business, up-leveling your career, or anything like that. Because one of the important things in this process too, as these fears come up, we want to look at them and address them and face them straight on. And what I can do is, as you put those comments below, I can help you reframe. So if you have anything that you would like assistance with, some thoughts, ideas, or resistance that you're coming up against when it comes to up-leveling and actually manifesting that business, career, the financial abundance that you're looking for, what I can do is help give you some insights. What's a really simple way of overcoming some of these fears and doubts is to reframe them, to look at what that doubt or fear is, to realize that it's not coming from a place of truth in reality. It's just an old belief. It's just a negative thought. And what we can do is we can actually flip it around and turn it into some more positive statements that empower you and get you excited to continue moving forward, even though you might be a little nervous about it. So be sure to comment below and let me know what's going on with you so that I can help you resolve that a little more easily. Step 5 in this process is just to ask more clarifying questions to your intuition, which I kind of already went over a little bit, but once you notice things coming up for you as you're making decisions in your business, and this is something you can do every day. You can do this with all the little things, you can do it with the big decisions. It's a really great practice to add in, but just ask yourself those clarifying questions. Does this particular choice feel like it's not right because I'm afraid of something? Notice what comes up. Is it because I'm afraid to spend the money on this course or this coaching program? See what comes up. Maybe that's a yes. Maybe it's actually the money that you need to work through, your money beliefs. Is it because this course or program or coaching program isn't worth it to help grow my business? You might get a no. Maybe it is worth it. Maybe it isn't. Start asking yourself some prodding questions. Do I need to focus on budgeting my money so that I can afford to invest in marketing money, in coaching money, in A, B, and C? Sometimes we need to do a little bit of digging within ourselves to find out really what's going on in the inner world and why we're not creating the success in our business as quickly as we want to. It is a combination of not following your intuition with making all these little decisions, but often there are just things that are holding us back, right? Some thoughts, some beliefs, some fears that are actually somewhat irrational. And if we really want to step into that CEO role of your business, we need to start shifting how we think and how our beliefs show up for us. So I highly encourage you to take step 5 and start asking yourself a lot more intuitive questions around what's actually holding you back, why you're experiencing resistance with some of the things that you should be moving forward with and you know you should be moving forward with. This is a really great way to grow quickly and to just get some clarity on you stepping into that role that you know you are meant to be and that you are destined to be and experience in this lifetime. If you truly want to master your intuition, I highly encourage you to check out my free video series. I put the link in the description below. It's called Develop Your Intuition to Manifest Your Ideal Life. This 3-part video series gives you all the ins and outs, the actual steps that I took to start mastering my own intuition, and it'll give you some insights on how intuition will show up for you. I really help guide you through all those little nooks and crannies of the process of up-leveling through following your intuition so that you can truly manifest the life, the business, and the entire experience that you want to have in this lifetime. In the next episode, I'm giving you a law of attraction summary that doesn't leave anything out. I'm giving you all of the major bullet points that you absolutely need to know in order to manifest that business, that life, that soulmate, that happiness, the wealth, all of that good stuff. Nothing is left out in this episode, so be sure to subscribe and also hit that bell so that you get notified when that episode is released. If you loved this episode, I think you will also enjoy these episodes right over here, all about developing your intuition and how to really manifest things faster in your life. I am so grateful that you are here learning and growing, and I hope to continue to encourage you on your journey of not only developing your intuition and manifesting a great life, but also having a lot of joy and accelerating your business as fast as possible. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.